I love adaptive cruise control. The truck is doing all the driving right now. Well, apart from the steering. I'm still steering. It's fantastic in traffic. It really is. Here we go. And it'll turn itself off in a minute because we slowed down too much. Oh no, it might not. Oh no, there we go. It's accelerating again. Friday on the M25. Hooray! Bloody awful. It's blowing a hoolie. Right, we have no trailer on. I'm going to show you how fast this accelerates without a trailer. It's ridiculous. Ready? Oh, fuel level low. Here we go. So the Volvo's got one of the best in-cab doodles. Control panels by the bed. My dad doesn't like this, he drives one of these because it's in the middle, but I like it because it's where it should be, because you're not always going to sleep. They've actually thought about it, so you sleep at different ends. I can't sleep with my head down. Anyway, you can control everything from here without getting out of bed. So it starts with the heating or cooling, and you can set yourself an alarm to get up. Infotainment, you can change your source and everything. Boop, 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 boop. And Spotify, you can even pop up Spotify. It's because it's not I turned my iPad off. It was using the Wi-Fi for the, there we go, select. Doors. The door thing is very handy. It means you can let in a lady of the night without actually having to get out of bed, which is useful. Lights.
An unknown to readers on the other.
Not lights.
Are American poets riding the rodeo in the English language while we're still boarding the fairground horses? Is there still an unbroken contract with somebody called the general reader on this side of the pond?
Roof hatch.
Or are these just myths and platitudes? You can't beat going to take a look.
So that's that, and that's the control panel. Marvellous little bit of, this is handy too. Got these little cubby holes here for one's magazines. Also down the end there is a little, there's my dirty washing. There's a little cubby hole and it's got a PowerPoint in it. I would like to see more PowerPoints right here though, on trucks. Like you could have them sticking in here, because everybody likes, I go to bed with my phone sort of sat in there or something or beside me. And then you've got the TV up there. I love the roof hatch. That's another thing I really like about the Volvo, is the roof hatch, the clear glass. It means you can have daylight coming in with all the curtains shut, which is a really nice idea. And of course it's an emergency escape hatch. If you can look down here, they have a hammer. That should be legal requirement, I think, in all vehicles. I started putting them in, let me just change the camera so we can talk. You don't see many reviewers doing this, lying in bed. This has got the bed that goes up, which is lovely. So you can relax nicely in bed and read and stuff. There we go, up she goes. It's absolutely brilliant. So yeah, those hammers. I don't know, some of you might remember a few years ago, near where my parents live, it was up by Glenbrany, I think. And the family in a car were involved in an accident, and they went off the side of the road and landed in a lake. And of the 5 people in the car, only 1 survived, and that was a baby. It was dragged out by a passerby, I believe, because they couldn't get out. They simply couldn't get out. And so after reading that, I went and bought hammers for my car and like other people's cars, because that's all you need. They normally got a seatbelt cutter and the hammer, and I can't think of anything more horrific than drowning slowly in a car that's going down and you can't get the fucking door open. So yeah, that's good on you, Volvo. I think, like I say, there should be a legal requirement. So yeah, that doubles up as an escape hatch. Escape hatch. Anything else I need to talk about? Not right now. On to the next part of the review. So this is interesting. Look at my hair, what a mess. A good thing, and there should be more trucks. It warned me, bing, 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 saying you need to start the engine because the batteries are running low. And this has got the automatic tick over cut off, but it hasn't cut off, which is nifty. So it's I assume this is how it works. It's deactivated that until the batteries are charged up a bit. I wonder if it will stop itself when the batteries are at a satisfactory level. We shall see. He says it's still running in the middle of next week. Good though, isn't it? Amazes me. Volvo just brought ones out, haven't they, with leisure batteries, which is a great idea. It should have been done years ago. So if you don't know, if you're, say for instance you have a camper van, like my old VW, you have 2 batteries. One's for starting her up and lights and all that, and the other one's for the inside, and they call it a leisure battery. And they're often big jobbies that can go for a very long time with light loads. So they're not good for starting the vehicle up, because you need a big pump of power, but they are good for lasting for ages. So Volvo started offering these now in trucks, which is about bloody time. But the good thing about the Volvo one is everything inside the cab is done off the leisure batteries. The starter is the only thing that comes off the starter battery, so that's a very good idea in my opinion. Yes, indeed. But it's such a simple thing. Like, camper vans have been doing it for decades. I don't know why it's taking this long to get to lorries. And you watch, no bloody employers will spec it because they're so ridiculously short-sighted that they can't see that like one inopportune flat battery breakdown might cost them the same as the bloody extra specification. That's the problem with this industry in this country as well. So like in a lot of other countries, they seem to be more truck orientated and order more. So like Virginia, all their trucks are always really well spec'd. So White's trucks are well spec'd as well, to be fair. They're not like the usual British company that won't even put a fridge in it for you, which is disgraceful indeed. Disgraceful. Anyway, I'm going to eat now. Green vegetable medley. And this was reduced Welsh Hill lamb rack. It was reduced, but I don't have an oven, of course. But you just chop these up and turn them into lamb chops. Just turn them into lamb chops and cook them in the pan. And it's from Llanybother, which is where we do our work from. You can tell where it's from. You can Google them as well. That's how I found out where Llanybother was. You want that number there. 7015 is Llanybother, Dunbeer and Llanybother. So there. So if you see that number, you can Google it and find out where it was slaughtered and stuff. Anyway, I'm rambling on too much. Good day. So this is an optional extra as well, very nifty. It's the suspension and stuff. You can take it out of the cradle, swipe the screen, and wander with it. So you can raise the suspension up and down. Or check the lights. Look, ferry lift. Control the engine. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow. So yeah, that's a very nifty gadget. You can see these a lot more on Scandinavian trucks. We're a bit too tight in this country to spec such things. And I'll pop that in the cradle. If you drive off with that in the cradle, it will tell you. What else have we got on this that's extra? It's got all the usual lane departure and stuff. I'm just emptying my stuff to get into that other lorry. That little thing there, there's a red light in there. So if you indicate left and there's a car in this blind spot, it goes beep. So I'm getting out and going into the 750. And then you've got that, obviously, the dyno fleet, and you can turn the camera on from there. It only does work when you're moving. Unfortunately, our wash is frozen up. It was at -4 last night. As you can see, she's got air suspension on the cab as well as on the front axle. These are electrically steered. I didn't know that was a thing on trucks, but they are. Extra size AdBlue tank. That's too small. This tank was too small really for the work we do. These grippy things in the airlines are really nifty as well. Other than that, just like a normal FH. Other than all the extras, she's just a normal FH.